This is a quick review of pages 245 to 263 in The Princess Bride. When we begin this section of the book, Westley, of course, has been captured, and he finds himself in the Zoo of Death, where Count Rugen plans to torture him. He's on the 5th level of the Zoo of Death, reserved for great challenges. We also learn that the Count is torturing Westley not for the sake of being evil, but because the Count is fascinated with studying pain, especially screams related to pain. We also learn that since Westley has come to the Zoo of Death, he's been well taken care of. He's been given plenty to eat and drink, and the albino, the caretaker of the zoo, has also cleaned and bandaged his wounds. The first form of torture that the Count invokes on Westley is to light his hands on fire. He covers his hands in oil and then sets fire to them. Wesley screams as if he is in terrible pain. The prince tells him, "If you answer my question of who hired you, I'll let you go." But that is a trick. Wesley is an excellent actor, we learn. Each time he is tortured, he screams as if in pain, but really, he's thinking of Buttercup and doesn't feel the pain at all. Then the Buttercup requests the prince's help in writing a letter to Westley. In doing so, she does a couple of things that get Westley in greater trouble. First, she reveals his fear of spinning ticks. Most likely, this is a small insect that sucks blood, but it spins and is also poisonous and sounds terrifying. It could possibly be something made of wood that pokes you and spins, kind of like a ninja star, but it's probably the insect. As Buttercup speaks to Prince Humperdinck, she reveals that she thinks Westley can beat everyone at everything. The prince doesn't like this. He wants Buttercup to think he is the best at everything, especially hunting. Wesley reveals, through the narrator, that each time he's being tortured and each time something painful is done to him, he simply takes his brain away and thinks about Buttercup, and he doesn't feel the pain. We also meet a new character whose name is Yellen. He's a confidant of the prince, and he's also basically the police chief of Florin City. He does whatever the prince wants. The prince wants him to form a brute squad to clear out the thieves' quarter. While this conversation is taking place, a dog's howl is heard throughout Florin City. It's a howl of great distress and pain. It lasts for a long time, and we learn that the dog was hooked up to the machine, and that's why it was howling. Then we have an aside where Wesley compares Buttercup to the sun. He says the sun has to rise in the east every day, it doesn't have a choice. Buttercup has a love so strong for Wesley that she can't deny it. She will always love him whether she wants to or not. How romantic. Then we get more details about the machine. It's a large box with many tubes and wires coming out of it. At the end of the wires are suction cups of all sizes, even small ones. These end up all over Wesley's body, even under his eyelids. There's also a meter that measures 1 to 20 that tells how many years the machine takes off your life. This is all powered by a wheel that the Count spins, faster or slower, to control the machine. Count Rugen tells Wesley that it's for the sake of science that he does his research on pain. He wants future scientists to look to him as the definitive voice on what causes pain, what motivates it, and how to measure it. Eventually, the Count proves to know what he's talking about. The machine that he has designed and built makes Wesley, quote, cry like a baby.